it's kind of hard not to start in the third quarter. So what flipped maybe offensively for you all? 5 turnovers in the quarter, only 7 made shots. Was it anything that they did differently, or what sort of changed on that end for you?
Jimmy, if I knew what I was doing defensively, I would figure out a way to, allow my team to be successful. I gotta watch the tape. Hopefully tomorrow we can watch some film in the game and see what they did. Wasn't able to get downhill. Wasn't able to get to our spots. But obviously, okay, and not try to make excuses. Played yesterday in Utah. High elevation, whatever it's called, I don't know, but legs are heavy, shots are short, but at the end of the day, I think as a team we pretty much try to figure out the answers in every, test they have out there. But once I watch the film, it's gonna be, we'll see what they did, and hopefully next game, if a team does the same, we can already have the answer to the test.
Sorry, you mentioned the altitude, the energy you guys had. First half, you guys are basically even. Come out second half, they go on a run. You mentioned how shots were coming up short. Did you feel your legs in the second half?
No. Actually, this is the first time in my career. Usually, when you play like in Utah and Denver, like you feel it in your lungs. Sometimes this is the first time in my career I didn't feel it at all. I was able to, feel good. I still had good energy. But it's not just physically you're tired, you're mentally kind of tired. But that's not an excuse. We got to watch the film. We got to be better. And we have 8 games to the season. Until the season is over, and then we go to the playoffs. We have to be better. At the end of the day, you're not going to win all games. I think the game did not pay us justice. I think it was a good game. It was a close game, but unfortunately, the third quarter wasn't able to knock down a shot. But it's okay. It's okay. We learn from it. We move on. It happened in the past. We just got to figure out a way to be better next time, execute better, make more shots, and put ourselves in position to win a game.
How much do you appreciate the opportunity, though, to go up against kind of a full throttle Nuggets team, best of the West, obviously best in the East? What's the opportunity to do that?
It's great. It just gives us an idea where we are. Obviously, it's one of the teams that we might see, in the end if we make it all the way or if they make it all the way. But it's just good. It's good to compete against the best and kind of see where you're at. What you got to improve. What things that you can take it and throw it to the trash can. What things you got to add. How to defend players. How to defend as a team. So it's good. It's good always playing against the best teams.
Last year, I remember you and Drew had both said that you wish you guys would defend Jokic one-on-one more.
Yes.
What did you think of getting to see Brook do that for a half?
Obviously, you got in foul troubles, and when you get in foul troubles, you cannot be as aggressive as you want defensively. Then you're kind of hesitating, and that's where you kind of get even in more troubles, because you're out of position, you're in no man's zone. But I feel like you got the defensive player of the year, guarding Jokic one-on-one, and he's a guy that wants to play, make a lot, get his teammates involved, and you got to take that, you got to take that chance, and that was our game plan. But Brook got in foul troubles. So, again, we got to watch. You got to go back, watch the tape, see if we can do anything better. I feel like having Jokic go one-on-one with Brook and everybody kind of staying out and try to protect the three-point line is the best game plan you can figure out in literally 5-minute team meeting that we had before the game, because we played yesterday. We arrived here at 1 a.m., no shoot around. We meet here and talk about the team and the scouting here. So in 5 minutes, I feel like that was the best game plan that the team could come up with.
Before the game, Michael Malone said what they would try to do is send bodies to cut your angles down. It looked like, not so much to the rim, but it looked like they were getting in your vision as you tried to find your teammates? A lot of deflected passes, things of that nature. Did you see hands or more? You know what I mean in terms of trying to get your teammates involved tonight?
You always got to give credit, but when credit is due, they're a pretty big team. You know, they have length. You know, from Mario Gordon, from Michael Porter Jr., from Jokic, like they're a pretty big team. Yeah, I know those times that they were getting passing lanes, and there was times that I was able to get the right pass.
This is one thing that's a little off topic, but this year the average usage rate for stars, all stars in the league, it's over 30% for the first time. It seems like whether it's you or Jokic or Embiid, the team's really leaning into giving you guys the ball more often and more times during the game. I was curious if you've noticed that, both for yourself and for other guys, and how that kind of has changed the way you both defend guys like that and the way you kind of go after games individually yourself offensively.
Is the average you said usage?
Yep.
Or is my usage?
For all stars across the league, the average usage rate is over 30% the first time ever. It's the highest usage rate of all time. So basically, the best players in the league have the ball in their hands more than they ever have before.
I didn't know that. This is the first time I heard that.
But does it feel like that to you as
No, it doesn't actually.
No?
It doesn't. I feel like I have the ball less in my hand. But obviously, like, I don't know. But Chris was out for like 45 games. Drew missed a couple games, but when we're all together, I feel like I have the ball less. When they're not out there, obviously I have the ball more. But I feel like I had the ball more last year and the previous years. But that's great. I'm happy that teams are leaning more to their best players and to make decisions and to figure out ways to win. But for me, it doesn't really matter. I just want to be a part of a winning team. If it's me having the ball, great. If it's not, it's Drew or Chris or Joe, whoever has the ball, great. I just want to be a part of something special, and we've been winning. We've won 53 games, which it feels like I don't care if I have the ball in my hand most of the time. I just want to be part of a team like this that it's one of the best in the league.
You mentioned the way you guys, I know you had a 5-minute meeting about guarding Jokic, but it feels like...
Not about guarding Jokic, it's about
I know, but I just meant because of the game. But it seems like teams now have so much shooting around guys like Jokic, Embiid, you, that it's very hard to double and come at guys like that because you are giving up stuff other places on the court. Do you feel like the way things are spaced out on the court now, it's harder than ever to guard players like you and those guys?
No, you can still guard, but like I feel like guys at this time, especially like Embiid and Jokic, they kind of like over themselves. Like before 3, 4, 5 years, you go double team them and they wouldn't pass the ball, and now they're looking to pass the ball. They get their teammates in a position to be successful, which that's basically the answer to the test. When you get double team, if you can find your teammate for an open shot, like you will see that DeRozan. We played DeRozan in the playoffs last year, and we kind of double teamed him, and he was looking to score the ball and shoot over guys. And this year we've played him like 3 times, and they beat us twice, I think, so far. And he's passing the ball, and his teammates are being successful. They're making shots, so it's just harder. When guys are like over themselves and they're capable of winning passers, it's just harder to guard because when you get up to them, they're gonna find the open guy. If that's not the guy, they're gonna swing. They're gonna break down your defense. Something's gonna happen.
Giannis, I'm curious. You guys had 3 technical fouls tonight. What's the most?
You had 3.
3 of them.
I had 1 too. Huh?
You did. I'm curious. Just in general, a technical foul, you're obviously giving the other team a chance at a point.
Yes, sir.
And a possession potentially. Do you feel like you guys need to have more restraint, or like do you feel like there's like the idea like, hey, I'm gonna fight for my teammates and like that's right?
No. Coach Malone got a technical foul in the first 3 minutes. I feel like kind of set it. So for me, I'm not that guy. Try to be respectful, try to play the game, control what I can control. You cannot control this, but there's a point that you kind of get frustrated. You're human. Everybody's human. Now I don't know who got. I think Brooke got one, and Bobby.
Brett, you and Bobby.
Yeah, so I don't even know why I got mine because I was just literally having conversation, and I feel like a guy that doesn't complain, doesn't whine, doesn't show out the refs and all that. Like I can have a conversation with you without you giving me a technical foul. Like I feel like I don't know if I've earned that, but I feel like I could I'm able to do that. But Bobby, I don't know why Bobby was. I turned my back to him. I don't know what happened. Brooke, I think he was in the bench when he got his technical foul. But at the end of the day, like obviously you got to be smart with that. Not try to give points to a team that has the momentum because at the time they got the technical fouls, they had momentum. So you kind of mess with your rhythm. But sometimes I feel like he kind of set the tone. I feel like Coach Mike, going to in the first quarter, jumping in and getting the technical foul kind of set the tone for everybody. I think to get more calls and the referees are more alert to kind of be on the toes to not mess up plays and not miss anything. But as I said, there's a smart way to do it and there's a kind of dumb way to do it. I feel like the technical fouls today was kind of the team did not benefit. We give them points, we give them the momentum. We didn't benefit from it.